Is it all over for Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc after the Chinese Grand Prix disqualification? Ferrari thought they had secured solid points, but post-race inspections changed everything. Leclerc's car was underweight, while Hamilton's skid block wore down too much, both violating FIA regulations. These seemingly minor infractions led to immediate disqualifications, costing Ferrari 18 crucial points and dropping them further in the constructors' standings. Was this just a miscalculation, or does it expose deeper issues within Ferrari's setup and strategy? In this video, we will break down what actually got them disqualified. But before proceeding, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for the latest updates. First, let's talk about what happened in China. Lewis Hamilton delivered an exceptional performance on Friday's spring qualifying, securing pole position and then his first win of the season on Saturday's sprint race. On Sunday, Ferrari had high hopes in China, with Hamilton and Leclerc securing P5 and P6, but post-race, everything unraveled. Both drivers were disqualified after technical inspections revealed separate violations.
Breaking Formula One news today that both Ferrari drivers have been disqualified from the Chinese Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton finished 5th and 6th, but their cars both failed post-race technical checks.
Leclerc's car was 1 kilogram underweight, while Hamilton's skid block wear exceeded the limit. This wasn't just an unfortunate setback. FIA rules are strict, and even the smallest infraction results in immediate disqualification. The team lost 18 crucial points, dropping them behind Williams in the constructors' standings. The situation worsens Ferrari's early season struggles, leaving them 61 points behind McLaren. Despite their statement that these were miscalculations rather than intentional rule-breaking, the damage was done. The reshuffled results saw Haas, Williams, and Aston Martin emerge as major beneficiaries. This disqualification echoes past technical failures that have cost Ferrari dearly. While some dismiss it as bad luck, others argue it reflects deeper operational misjudgments. Either way, the setback forces Ferrari to reassess their approach, as they cannot afford similar mistakes in a tightly contested championship. Next, let's take a closer look at why Hamilton was disqualified. Hamilton's exclusion was due to excessive wear on his car's skid block, similar to what happened to him in Austin 2023. FIA inspections found that the plank thickness on his SF25 had worn below the required 9mm minimum. Measurements showed readings as low as 8.5mm, leading to an immediate breach of regulations. Ferrari, like all teams, tries to run their car as low as possible for optimal aerodynamics. However, the car must maintain legal plank wear throughout the race. The team underestimated how much the skid block would wear down over a full race distance. Hamilton's two-stop strategy likely contributed, as fresher tires allow for more aggressive driving. His post-race comments confirmed struggles with balance, suggesting the team had made a costly miscalculation. Unlike Austin, where Mercedes had no opportunity to adjust between the sprint and Grand Prix, Ferrari had that chance here. Ultimately, the FIA had no choice but to apply the standard penalty, erasing Hamilton's result. But what about Leclerc? His disqualification had a different cause. F1 regulations mandate that a car weigh at least 800 kilogram post-race, including the driver. When Leclerc's car was initially weighed, it met the limit, but once fuel was drained, per standard FIA checks, it registered at 799 kilogram. This single kilogram shortfall resulted in automatic disqualification. Ferrari attributed the issue to tire degradation from Leclerc's one-stop strategy, claiming it led to unexpected weight loss. The FIA, however, leaves no room for interpretation. Any breach, however small, leads to exclusion. This is not the first time a driver has been penalized for this. George Russell faced a similar fate at the 2023 Belgian Grand Prix. Some argue that 1 kilogram wouldn't provide a significant advantage, but rules exist to ensure fairness across all teams. Ferrari may need to reassess its weight estimations and strategic decisions to prevent repeat occurrences. This situation exposes how fine the margins are in F1, where even minor miscalculations can lead to disastrous consequences for a team. Ferrari's disqualifications also had a huge impact on the race standings. With both Ferraris out, the midfield battle shifted dramatically. Haas gained the most, with Esteban Ocon promoted to P5 and Oliver Behrman moving up to P8. Mercedes rising star Kimi Antonelli claimed P6, while Alex Albon's Williams jumped to P7. Aston Martin also benefited, with Lance Stroll and Carlos Sainz now inside the top 10. Ferrari's disqualification allowed direct rivals to gain valuable points in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. Meanwhile, Alpine's Pierre Gasly also faced disqualification for a similar weight-related violation.
Checks. Alpine's Pierre Gasly has also been disqualified. Craig Slater is alongside me.
Keeping his team pointless for the season. The results shakeup highlights how unpredictable the F1 season can be. Every lost point matters, and Ferrari's failure to capitalize on a strong race finish leaves them in a vulnerable position. While their early pace has been promising, this blunder reinforces the need for better race execution. As the season progresses, Ferrari must ensure that technical issues don't continue to undermine their championship ambitions. Another factor that may have contributed to Hamilton's issue was Ferrari's setup adjustments. Ferrari made notable setup changes between the sprint and the Grand Prix. While Hamilton excelled in the sprint, his performance in the race suffered. Post-race analysis suggested that adjustments to the ride height may have contributed to excessive plank wear. After a sprint, teams typically modify setups to accommodate the heavier fuel load required for the full race distance. Ferrari likely made these changes expecting performance gains, but they misjudged the impact. Ride height sensitivity has been a rumored issue for Ferrari, with suggestions they raise their car in Australia to avoid excessive wear. If true, it indicates that the SF25 is particularly vulnerable to minor setup variations. Unlike in 2023, when Mercedes had no opportunity to react between the sprint and the main race, Ferrari did. This raises concerns about internal decision-making. With the next race in Suzuka, Ferrari must carefully analyze their setup approach to prevent another costly weekend in Japan. The margin for error is razor-thin in F1. Beyond setup, Ferrari's race strategy may have played a role in these disqualifications. In Leclerc's case, the team committed to a one-stop strategy, which increased tire wear and possibly contributed to the weight issue. A two-stop approach may have minimized the risk. Hamilton's two-stop strategy, meanwhile, meant he could push harder on each stint, accelerating plank wear. Given the data available post-sprint, Ferrari should have anticipated potential compliance risks. Unlike Austin 2023, they had time to make adjustments before the race, but failed to act accordingly. While pushing the limits is part of racing, Ferrari's miscalculations cost them dearly. So, what must Ferrari do now to turn things around? Ferrari has no choice but to learn from this disaster. Team principal Frédéric Vasseur acknowledged the errors, emphasizing that they must prevent a repeat. This means reassessing weight distribution, setup calculations, and race strategy. Engineers will analyze whether the SF25's ride height sensitivity is a fundamental issue requiring design tweaks. They must also refine plank wear estimates to avoid similar misjudgments. While these disqualifications don't define their season, they highlight operational weaknesses that must be addressed. Hamilton believes that Ferrari can still turn things around. He said, "I think it's good learning, and hopefully we won't do that again as I continue to learn this car. I think there's positives to take from the weekend." This enthusiasm is next level, and Ferrari needs to keep pushing. Summing up the things, Ferrari's double disqualification in China was a costly mistake. Leclerc's underweight car and Hamilton's excessive plank wear exposed critical miscalculations. While the team insists it wasn't intentional, these errors handed valuable points to their rivals. Now, Ferrari must reassess weight estimations, setup adjustments, and race strategy to prevent another disaster in Japan. Can Hamilton and Leclerc bounce back, or Ferrari's broken strategies will continue to cost them the 2025 championship? And should the FIA be more lenient with minor infractions like these? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more updates.